everyone. Hey, stream, what's up? Oh god, it's time for more Doom. Final Doom, even. I think the cat is taking good enough lookout. We're clear to go. We're clear to start things out. I'm here as always with Grimspecs.
Hello, chat. I have returned, but this time I will just be commentating.
He's in disembodied voice form. But yeah, we decided not to do co-op for Evolution because it was checkpoint gaming last time with the master levels. So it's probably just better for me to have saves to actually be able to play the game normally. It just ends up making sense. So we'll just get into things. And shell jump scare. Gru and I were chatting right before stream, and he mentioned basically that like Shel Silverstein's album cover, like for his rap album, his hip hop album, I forget which one you said. It's terrifying. We say he kind of looks like a mix of Father Grigori and the zombies from Half-Life. This is what happens if the head crabs would have got to him.
He looks like a deformed Father Grigori model if you bumped up the underbite by like 200% and then made him look like he was trying to find the One Ring.
A horrifying image which I do not need to gaze upon ever again, but I will probably keep as a item within the cursed, the cursed photos library, in case I ever need to dissolve somebody instantly by showing them a photo of him.
You know, besides the Giving Tree photo.
Besides the Giving Tree photo, if you put both of those back to back together, it's kind of like the Totally Spies thing, where like they fire a laser in between the two mirrors, and it just kind of infinitely gets stronger because that's how physics works. And it does the same thing with Father Grigori or Shel Silverstein. I'm getting them confused now.
They're basically the same guy. One of them has a shotgun, the other one wrote a children's book.
Well, that's enough dilly-dallying. I think it's time to get into Evolution. Let's see. Going on UV. By the way, as I mentioned in chat, but this soundtrack kicks ass, by the way. I am thoroughly enjoying this. This is probably my favorite, I think this is probably my favorite Doom music that I've heard so far while playing all the games. At least of, the MIDI originals.
Yeah, it is a shame, though, that the entire soundtrack is not original, unfortunately, so there will be some repeat tracks from Doom 2, but
that's okay.
Luckily the good stuff is still pretty good.
Can't expect everything to be completely original, right?
Well,
especially,
I mean, to be fair, if the community music packs worked the way they were supposed to, then you'd have a completely original soundtrack made by the community, but, so it goes.
So it goes. Very nice. Okay. A nice quick level to get us started.
Yeah, system control is pretty simple. It's also kind of the point of no return as soon as you play on co-op, because if you play this level on co-op, they immediately throw you with the Cyber Demon by the blue key.
Oh boy. They kind of tell you that, yeah, you're in for something. You aren't just gonna get away with co-op for free.
It is a bit of a rough start if you're playing on co-op, but no, solo it's pretty tame. I think it might actually be shorter than Hangar from Doom 1, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I could have just rushed right over to the exit if I wanted. Well, I guess I didn't find the blue key, so I couldn't quite do that. Hey, I don't think I've ever asked you. How did you find out about Doom? When was what was your exposure?
I could have sworn I told this story on stream before, unless maybe it was during the test stream that we did. So maybe I'm just like misremembering. But I first got exposed to the original Doom via the 360 port. It was originally like I played on the 360. My first playthrough I played on, I'm Too Young to Die because like I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. And I remember I got through the first 3 episodes, and then I got to episode 4, and I'm like, how the fuck do I get past this one thing? Like, I can't jump, what the fuck do I do? And then I realized there was a run button.
Huh.
So I managed to get through the first 3 episodes of the original Doom without a run button because I just didn't realize there was one. But yeah, then after that, I remember just kind of enjoying it, and then eventually I found, like, you know, content creation. I believe me getting back into Doom largely came from Civvy, and then obviously started watching, like, Decino's content and, like, you know, a couple other guys. And then it just kind of got to the point where, like, yeah, you know what, I will buy this thing again. So I ended up buying, like, both Doom and Doom 2 when it was just the Unity ports by themselves. Then I got, then eventually I got, like, the Doom plus Doom 2 Steam port, and, like, you know, enjoying all, like, the mod stuff and whatnot. And, like, yeah, it was, like, my first exposure to playing, like, a lot of the, you know, the classic WoD stuff from back then. And eventually it was just, like, it kind of just spiraled from there to the point where now I literally keep a spreadsheet of, like, every map I've UV maxed, so I could just keep it for posterity's sake. Because apparently the one thing I have to fucking do is keep a fucking spreadsheet of, like, every game I've played to just maintain stats for just random shit.
You know, some people really like to do that, and that's their calling, and that's quite okay. I've only gotten to the point of needing to have a tier list to organize my thoughts on what Mega Man games are my favorite and what rank I have them in, but I haven't gotten to that tier yet of organization. I think I guess maybe I was more asking that question along the lines of, like, how did you, like, you kind of answered it with, like, saying that you just found the Xbox 360 port, but did you, like, kind of stumble upon it just kind of randomly by chance, or was it kind of like a thing where it's like, well, you knew about it and you're like, oh wow, Doom, yeah, I know that, like, let me give it a shot, or was it, like, completely spontaneous, kind of like, you know, running into it?
Like I think at that point it was kind of like well, every like review aggregate, like, game site, like, game person always kind of talks about, like, yeah, the original, you know, first-person shooter, it's like, it was Doom. So it's like obviously I've been, like, exposed to that, but it's more just like everyone kind of just said, like, yeah, no, this is where it all basically started. And eventually, just one point, I'm just, like, you know, shopping on, you know, the 360 arcade, and I'm just like, oh, I can get, like, the original, like, you know, 360 version of Doom for, I think it was, like, only, like, $5 or $10 back then. So just like, fuck it, why not? I'll try this, see how much I like it. And, like, yeah, it kicked my ass the first time, but yeah, eventually I just kind of started to enjoy it. I mean, really, I think the reason why I ended up being, like, such a big fan of Doom and a lot of the other, like, boom shoot type games is just the speed. Like realizing, like, I can go so fucking fast, and, like, I can, like, turbo through this shit. Because, bearing in mind, my only, like, exposure to, like, first-person shooters at this point in time was, like, you know, Halo, which is very much like, yeah, there's, like, a sprint button, but it's more like, you know, you sprint, like, 5 feet, and then you have to, you know, breathe again.
Right, it's not like a permanent kind of running type feature. It's not. It's not a movement shooter in a certain sense.
Yeah, it's like your speed is like, you know, average Joe walking speed, and then slightly faster walking speed that you get tired from after 5 seconds. For Halo. Where meanwhile, like, Doom guy is just like, yeah, I'm literally Sonic the Hedgehog with a gun.
Yeah, that is very fun about Doom.
Just said Shadow the Hedgehog, but you know what? I need to make things more complicated.
It's kind of similar depending on who you ask. I mean, shit, yeah, that is kind of just Shadow the Hedgehog, isn't it? Same video game.
Come on, Sega, where's my Shadow the Hedgehog sequel where it's actually a first-person shooter?
Exactly. I want to be able to play as Doom guy fighting Black Doom.
Black Doom guy.
Hey, we got that in co-op as well.
Yeah,
sort of.
I was actually gonna say, like, in a roundabout kind of way, the Chain Gunners are effectively Black Doom guy.
True.
Which you'll be getting very well acquainted with Chain Gunners this WoD, because I'm sure, as Chris, I think, told you a while back, this is a hit scan hell game.
Yes, I believe Chris warned me of that last night, but I'll be okay with it, right? We've dealt with worse. He says as he gets hit in the face by a chain gunner. And another one.
No, yeah.
And another one. And another one.
Yeah, like I said, I think Evolution, well, it's like I said, it's definitely better than Master Roll, but I think as far as, like, remaining, like, official stuff on here, it's probably, like, the second worst one. But I say second worst like it's bad. I don't think it's that bad, aside from, like, a couple of stuff.
Right, it's kind of like just there's a big gulf between it and Master Levels, but then between TNT and maybe some other things, there's kind of a big but not as large of a gulf, but in quality between the two.
Yeah, it's like if I had to, like, rank, like, TNT Evolution would be at, like, a C tier, whereas, like, Master Levels would be at, like, an F tier.
I don't know if I would quite sink master levels down to F tier after our experience, but I would say it was kind of it was iffy in a certain half of it.
Big master levels gets an E- tier then.
I would probably, with my limited Doom experiences of just the official stuff so far, I probably would maybe put master levels as like, because I think like about half of it is decent and half of it is kind of crap, I would probably put it in as like C tier, low C tier.
And then with every official WoD you play, it will go down and down and down.
Right, exactly. My standards will go up and it'll just sink down further and further.
Yeah, well, actually, I think it kind of works out for the best that we're actually starting with doing TNT after this, because, like, I mean, really, I think it only goes up from here in terms of WoD quality.
Good. Hey, Kakuni. Oh, hey, got a lot of guys. Glad I've been saving up bullets. Yeah, no, that's fun to just, like, going back to, like, just discovering Doom. I guess I had, you know, the similar story, right, of, like, just knowing that Doom exists for so long, and it kind of just so happened that a little bit before, or I can't remember if it was during the Mag Mammal streams, when I just kind of happened to be looking at the Steam page one day. It's like, oh wow, like the whole ass Doom bundle is like 60-70% off. Yeah, sure, why not? I need to I'll go try out my like first person shooter roots. I've been meaning to. I know this game. I've watched content creators about it for a while now, so like give it a go then.
Yeah, that is a really nice thing about it, that, like, the Slayer collection is always, like, extremely discounted on sale, so it's just such a great thing to pick up, like, you've never owned, like, any of the games. It's just, like, yeah, it's, you basically get, you know, all the good games and Doom 3, so, pretty good. I mean, if I was going to be bold, I'd also put Eternal on the list of games I don't think are great, but I think that's more or less coming down to I've only played Eternal on a controller and it murdered my hands, so
yeah.
I'll leave that one. I'll leave that alone, because I feel like if I do replay Eternal with like a PC setup, I might enjoy it more.
You probably.
So I'm gonna hold off on calling it a bad game.
Because I would say for the most part, shooters have kind of not aged well for the or. What am I trying to say here? Shooters are no longer for consoles. It's just not really how design works for the most part. And, like, yeah, you get the occasional game that, like, really works well on console, but, or is designed fairly well for it. Like, Helldivers is probably pretty good on console, but, like, for the most part, I'm pretty sure just, like, the age of consoles and shooters being very well tied together is pretty much over. Any new things, you should probably just immediately go for trying to play it on PC. As a rule of thumb.
Funny. Well, I mean, shooters have always kind of been tied to PC. They only really started being tied to console when you got the original Halo on Xbox, and then depending on who you ask, some people will be like, technically it started with GoldenEye and the N64.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like, yeah, shooters have never really been like, you know, like, oh yeah, I always think of consoles when I think of shooters. So it's like, and I know, like, obviously that's like weird to say now, because like obviously Call of Duty exists for such a long time.
Right.
More people are being to be like, yeah, the Xbox 360 days with all the, you know, live parties of, you know, 12-year-olds saying slurs they just learned. You know, I get it, but I don't know. I only think there's like a couple of shooters that I think like I wouldn't say like shooters are completely like, oh, you can't play these on like console anymore, but I think there's definitely some shooters where like you have to play this on PC with like a mouse and keyboard, because I just don't think your hands will make it through without like breaking into multiple fractures on a controller with some of these games. Like Doom Eternal comes to mind. And
your hands will thank you for playing certain games with mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, I think like Doom Eternal comes to mind. I think Ultra Kill might be another one that comes to mind. And
yeah,
there was also another one that I don't remember the name of it, but I remember seeing footage of it, and I'm like, there's no fucking way you could play this on a fucking controller. Like unless you have like tentacle hands, I don't think you could play this on a fucking controller. I don't know. I honestly think, like, as far as, like, you know, shooters, like, you know, better on console or PC, I think it's just more depending on who you ask. Like I said, I'm one of the weird fucking people who's, like, used to playing Doom exclusively on controller. Like, you know, that's not to say that I can't play on like a PC setup, but like to me, playing like classic Doom on like a controller feels so much more natural to me.
Wow. I did not expect to get dropped into a room full of barons and knights.
Oh yeah, the Baron room.
Hey D, can't really stick around for too long. Kick some ass for me. Will do my best. I've cut it close quite a number of times here. Every once in a while, I just picked up that Megasphere, and I'm like, ooh, I'm at 8%. That could have been a close one. That could have been a close one, says the Doom guy. Then all of a sudden,
you should not be shamed. You should not be shamed for playing Doom with a controller. You know, I think it comes down to what you're used to, right? Like, come on. That should never be a situation where you should be shamed for it.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame that, you know, some people are like completely snobbish about it. I mean, I will tease someone about it, but I'm not going to actually say like, you're playing the game entirely wrong, you know. Like, you're not worth it, blah blah blah. Nothing insane like that. I will, you know, just some light hazing for it. Nothing actually serious. Like, just enjoy the game the way that you know how to play it.
Yeah, no, I won't shame for using a controller. Type of controller, maybe. I think that's a different story.
All right.
Like, it's like, oh, you're trying to play Doom on a fucking Philips CDI controller? Like, okay, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, okay. I mean, if you go to extremes like that, then yeah, sure. I'd probably have a couple of words to say about, I don't know. You're trying to play Call of Duty on an Atari 2600 controller? First, how did you even get that to work? Second, stop doing that.
You're trying to play Doom with a Wiimote and nunchuck? Like, I don't know, man.
I would be very impressed to see that work.
I mean, I feel like if you were able to actively tie like mouse look to like the Wii pointing, that might actually be kind of a sick way to play classic Doom. Not gonna lie. Yeah,
I gotta agree. That actually sounds sick as fuck. I'd probably have mad respect for somebody for doing that. Alright, well, one of these will go somewhere.
You're trying to find the correct teleporter so you can get the super shotgun.
I would very much love a super shotgun. I noticed that one doesn't really do... Oh. It really do something. It's just very quiet.
Yeah, one switch opens one wall, which gets you a teleporter, and then you have to figure out which teleporter every time.
Alright. You once had a dream where you were forced to play a modern Mario Kart with an off-brand PS1 controller?
That sounds awful. Like,
it's not even wheel-shaped. How could you do that?
Well, I also assume, like, when you say off-brand PS1, that means no control sticks whatsoever. So, like, you're only playing it with a D-pad, which would be awful. I mean, I'm still questioning how the fuck people even played, like, the original Super Mario Kart back in the day. Like, how the fuck are you playing a Mario Kart without a control stick? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And with the very, like, strong input delay on basically everything in the original Mario Kart. That's certainly a challenge.
Yeah.
Huh. How do I open this door? Probably some sneaky line dev.
Like, I know for the longest time as a kid, I always thought Mario Kart 64 was the first one, because it was like, how the fuck are they putting a kart game on a Super Nintendo? That's just not happening.
Through innovative technologies. Did I maybe just wait in here? No?
Oh, do we have to do some platforming? We might have to do some platforming.
I feel like every time I look away, that door is opening, but I'm probably just going crazy.
No, I believe that door opens later.
Gotcha.
I believe it gets you a chainsaw and a teleporter to the center pillar.
Knights and Barons are always scary. Just now, I don't know, something about the master levels, they just pop these guys fucking everywhere, and it's like very irritating to suddenly have a Baron or a Knight in your face.
Or getting cross-mapped by a chain gunner.
Yeah, that's annoying too, but that's just kind of the fact of life. get shot with small bullets so that way I can deal with the large ones.
Yeah, you see, you take that fear of like Hell Knights and Barons, and then you just start with Plutonium. You just replace them all with Revenants. That's effectively what it becomes.
Oh God, that's
the occasional large file for good measure.
It's kind of even scarier. Hold on, I could
Revenant
definitely platform into there. There we go. Oh wait, hold on. There's some kind of point to it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Baron spam also a thing in 64.
Yeah, true.
Oh,
yeah, no, Doom 64 is also going to be interesting as well.
When we get to that eventually.
I know you said like after like Plutonium, you said you might like maybe potentially take a break for a bit.
Yeah.
And I know you said you also wanted to finish like, you know, all the stuff on here, but I probably would kind of recommend maybe playing through Doom 64 before you come back, just because like it technically released a year after Final Doom, because like everything you'll be playing after this is like 2008, 2019, 2024. Like it's a lot more like, you know, modern, hey, we know what the fuck we're doing style play.
Yeah.
So I do wonder, it might be good to give like 64 a try. And 64 is also like its own unique beast too, because it's so much more of like a, you know, because you play like classic Doom and you think like, yeah, you know, hot, enticing, like metal, like crazy shit going down, like, you know, open environments, like hell, like bright hell. And then you play 64 and it's like, everything's dark. There's a baby crying somewhere in the world.
Oh no, not the baby. Oh God, hey, speaking of skeletons.
Apparently the rule for any Doom game made after Classic Doom is like, I need to use the most unorthodox instruments ever. So Aubrey Hodges was like, yeah, I'm going to use a baby crying, and then Mick Gordon was like, I'm going to use a chainsaw.
Have they started putting, like, you know, have they started using, like, sewer sounds yet for the soundtrack? Do we have, like, a Booger Man situation in any of these games?
Oh God, Civi's sewer count is going to go into the thousands if that happens.
I forget where you got stuck in 64.
It seems D Prototype has been stuck in the other M mode, constantly saying, the baby, the baby, the baby.
Oh God, that is what the baby used to be a joke, or the joke. What am I trying to say here? That used to be the neural pathway that was instantly activated in my brain whenever the baby was said. Now all I ever think about is the disgraced artist.
Oh, see, for me, there's actually 3 different pipelines when it comes to the baby. There's Other M, there is the rapper, and then there is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Brainrot of the exploding Triceratops baby. Oh.
Was not familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh's game. Must respect. They blew up the Triceratops baby with a nuclear bomb.
So fun fact, there is a deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! That's basically everyone just kind of calls just Dino, because you're effectively just playing like dinosaurs as like a, you know, monotype thing. But in order to get like all of their plays off, you have to keep blowing up like copies of the fucking baby Triceratops in order to get all of your boards set up.
Nice.
So like it's gotten to the point where the term "pop the baby" has just become like a running joke within certain members of the Yu-Gi-Oh community. And honestly, it's gotten to the point where sometimes if I tried to build like my own Dino deck at one point, and then like I think I've had like I've played it like actually like in person before. And like someone asked me, "Well, like, oh, what deck are you playing?" And I just said child abuse.
That's a good one.
And
they immediately know what you're talking about too.
No, it's like they had to double take to think of it. No, they were like, you're playing Dino. I see.
Yeah.
They know. They know.
Then they're like, oh wait, no, I get it now.
So yeah, whenever I hear baby, funny. I just think of gotta set up my board of dinosaurs.
Who would win, Hydrogen Triceratops baby or Nuclear Bomb?
Well, it also doubles into being funny because the main playmaker that they use in order to blow up all of the babies is a card called Soul Eating Oviraptor, which is incredibly funny, like on so many levels, because the whole Oviraptor getting its name because they thought it was stealing eggs from other dinos and eating them.
Oh.
So in order to make your plays in the Dino deck, you have to literally just kill all the babies with the Oviraptor.
It's fulfilling its purpose as ordained by the Yu-Gi-Oh gods. In a roundabout sense, it's maybe a little bit late to its task, but it does the job.
And it's also so funny how many like boss monsters in the Dino deck too are just like, oh, you want to trigger their effects? Yeah, just pop a baby.
They all get mad after their baby is taken from them.
Except they're the ones destroying the babies.
They step on their own baby and it's like, where did it go? You must have done this.
It's like, in order to get ultimate power, you must sacrifice one shot. You didn't need to give me a dozen. What the fuck, dude? You just needed to give me one child.
Let's see. It is certainly a bad idea to be in this room, so I think I'm probably just gonna not keep doing that.
Yeah, you can come back to that room later and pick off all the lost souls.
Yeah,
later.
Sounds about right. Shooting fish in a barrel and you're the fish. Yeah, I kind of had the same thought. It's like, oh wow, it's kind of like I'm the monster in the closet now. Now they're all shooting at me. Or something like that.
Shooting fish in a barrel, but you're the fish, but you're also the one shooting, so what does that make you, like Kurt Codbane?
An exciting game of you shoot at them and
Fuck,
they
I
shoot
should have
back.
said Kurt Coybane. That would have been way funnier. Fuck.
Coybane. It's okay, we can fix it in post.
Yeah, through the power of editing, I can be funny immediately.
Exactly. I mean, that's my greatest skill, like, for this channel, honestly. I think about the fact that I stumble my way through every sentence, and then I'm like, wait a minute, in editing, I can just cut out the silent parts, and all the stammering and umming and awing. I can make myself appear cogent whenever I need to.
Like, joke's on you, viewer. It's like, to the live stream audience, I am the Virgin Soyjack, but to the YouTube audience, I am the Chad.
Exactly. To the YouTube stream audience, I'm the Soyjack, but to the YouTube editing audience, the shorts audience, I am the Chad.
To the short/clip audience,
yeah,
I am the Chad.
The highlight watchers. I think, though I do actually think I'm kind of thinking a little bit about it, and maybe I'm overthinking it a bit, but I think part of the reason why I do tend to stumble a lot while I'm speaking on stream has to do with the fact that, like, I cannot use body language to kind of pause when I'm thinking very well with just this PNG model, because I feel like instead of doing a lot of awing, like, I would just...
You'd be using your hands.
Right, to kind of gesticulate? That's not the word. To gesture the fact that I am, like, still processing words in my head, rather than just going silent. Because I feel like going silent with this model is like, oh, that's not good. he might have just died. Somebody call an ambulance.
Gesticulate? I thought you were about to say just gesticulate.
That's not even a word.
No, that's multiple words, in fact.
Ooh, fancy boy out here with his multiple words. Clearly your next model needs hand tracking. I mean, yeah. The Vroid model will exist.
Dang, how come you get to use 2 words? I've been to kindergarten.
You just bought the word subscription and they let you have 1 extra word per week. It's messed up how literacy favors the money.
Don't try to put an image in it, then it'll break the whole program.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately I wasn't able to work on the Vroid model over the weekend. I really, really wanted to, but, like, I just ended up not having the time, which is kind of crazy considering I did have, like, a 4-day weekend because I did spend some time to hang out with Undercover Defective IRL, and that was really cool. We did fun stuff, and I could talk about that, but it just kind of ended up being, like, whenever we were done with all that, I kind of, like, just new things ended up popping up to do, and then I was like, oh wait, shit, I need to, like, work on, you know, this other thing in the background for my channel. Oh, I need to commission Dirt Nolk for this. I need to check in on him with it. I need to I know you were thinking about, like, if you could get, like, some shorter projects, so I'm like, okay, let me go into DaVinci and, like, just cut up some raw footage. I haven't gotten that quite back to you yet.
Everything you say, I totally feel on my soul too, because it's the same reason where it's like I gotta work on the Torture Doll video, but I also have like these other art commissions I have to get finished, and there's also this other real life shit I need to deal with. I'm like,
right,
God,
it just keeps popping.
Hard. And every time I like get stuck.
Oh, sorry.
Like,
see you, D. Nice. Thanks for showing up.
All right. See you later, D. No, because every time I think like, fuck, there's too much shit to do in the day, and I'm like, I just keep thinking back to that one tweet, and I'm like, they should add an extra 8 hours between like midnight and 8 a.m.
You're so right.
I'm like, fuck, I feel that with my soul. God, I wish we had.
Time is my greatest enemy, to be honest. If I had a chance to throw hands with Father Time, I would do so in a heartbeat.
Like, we need an extra 8 hours that are exclusively just for, I need to get all of the shit that I normally can't get done because I don't have enough hours done.
It's almost like we could use it like an extra, 8 or more hours back from our lives from the work week, huh?
What if we just didn't need to work and the government just gave us money?
Holy shit, you're so right. Call up the government. I think that we have a new idea. It'll probably work better than whatever's currently going on.
God, yeah, this is yet another thing I feel with my soul, though. Ugh. I mean, I think at least with me, I don't have to work a government job, so it's not as bad. But yeah, I have heard the horror stories from people who do have to work.
Oh, damn it.
That type of shit.
I died.
And it probably sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they ain't having a good time out there right now. Hell, actually, I've had a couple friends laid off, and they're not in government. It's just that the financial squeeze is starting to hit them now, and it's like, ooh, that's rough, because y'all are like working like good jobs in like business, like with like proper salaries.
Yeah,
that's
well, it's also reaching the point. It's also reaching the point too where it's like I don't even feel comfortable paying for like any new like big game stuff anymore, because especially it's like, oh, the Switch 2 announcement looks so cool. What's that? Oh, MSRP for games is like $100 now. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, it's messed up. I mean, I'm glad I didn't have I wasn't really intending to go purchase the Switch anyways, because I've been out of consoles for so long. But like, it's like, oh wow, it's already gonna be at that base price, and oh look at that, it's probably gonna shoot up by like 150% or more. Isn't that fun?
I mean, for me personally, I just think it's a bigger shame because it's like just seeing all the cool features they're adding. It's like, oh yeah, Switch just has like now like native Discord chat as a part of it.
Oh wow.
Like all this other shit. So it's just like, oh, this is really cool. And it's like, it would be great because it's like, they're probably going to be backporting like most of the Switch library onto the Switch 2. So like that probably means like, even though I had a Switch, I barely, spent anything, like got anything for it and gave it to my sister. So I'm like, oh, maybe I could just get this and then just like get all the shit like loaded and then like maybe actually get to explore the Switch library. And then I saw the pricing and I'm like, guess I'm just gonna keep playing the same fucking 3 games I've been playing. It's like, it's a shame really, but I don't know, maybe this will be one of those things where, like, maybe the Switch 3 will come out, and then it'll give me a reason to get the Switch 2.
Yeah. It'll all of a sudden... Or they'll watch Nintendo, like, do, like, a 2DS kind of thing, where they suddenly decide, okay, here's the Switch 1.5, guys. It's so much more affordable for you. And it can play most of the games at about 2/3 of the resolution.
Honestly, if Nintendo wants to make a version of like a Switch that's just like only on the dock, so I could just play like on my big TV, I'd be totally fine with that because I don't need to take a fucking I don't take handhelds with me anymore as much. Like I got a fucking phone to keep myself entertained if needed. Not for mobile gaming. I'm not that cringe, but like
oh, dies of cringe, no.
But yeah, it's like I honestly it would be kind of nice if they made like a cheaper model that's just like, yeah, you can only use it in dock mode, but you basically get all of like the the quality stuff you'd normally be expected to get. So that would be kind of nice if they did that and like for a cheaper price point. But honestly, if the games are going to be higher in price, it's still probably going to be a good enough reason for me to probably not go for it right now.
Yeah. Well, hey, is there at least any titles that like you're excited to watch other people play or enjoy kind of thing? Like I'm kind of plugged out, but even I heard of that, like what was it, big 3 titles like Tamagotchi Life 2, which I'm not excited for, but I'm glad other people are. Fucking Silk Song.
I'm excited for Tomodachi Life. I am excited for because of Vinesauce, because one of the big things that got me into Vinesauce besides the corruptions was his Tomodachi Life streams. and just all of the twists and turns and drama that yielded. So I am very much looking forward to at least keeping up with that for him. Silksong, I don't know if I'm going to watch anyone play Silksong. My sister is fucking over the fucking moon to finally find out that Silksong is coming out.
I'm surprised that some of my friends weren't more excited, because I know a lot of them were like really into Hollow Knight, and now I haven't really heard a peep about it from them, even though I posted.
I don't think it helped, though, that the only kind of news that they got for Silksong during the Direct was literally 5 seconds of footage with no release date.
Oh, well...
So it's just like, I can kind of understand that. It's like you want to wait for a more like concrete, like, oh, it's actually coming out. Like we actually have a concrete release date for it. Like how the Deltarune community was finally happy that like, oh, we're finally getting Chapter 3 and Chapter 4, and it's releasing in June. We have a tangible release date. I can get excited now.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I might, maybe I'll actually have played Deltarune by the time that I can afford a Switch 2 and play it that way. Or maybe when it comes out on the PC eventually. It's probably going to be a simultaneous release, but anyways. You know what I was trying to say there.
Yeah, well there's always a good reason to buy Undertale anymore, because I think on Steam it goes down to like 99 cents now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I already have Undertale, and I could play... Oh shit, I'm probably going to be able to play all the chapters of Deltarune anyways through Undercover Defective, because I know his ass has all of it on Steam, and he shared his library with me recently, so...
Oh, well, yeah, he also seems like the type of guy. I'm pretty sure I already know for a fact he's played Delta Traveler, so he probably plays a lot of the fan game stuff too, so I'd have to imagine he'd have all the official shit.
He has, in fact, played many of the fan games. There was, like, there was one that kind of came out recently. It was kind of like a space AU for
Outer Tail.
Outer Tail. He played that.
Yeah.
He played Undertale Yellow. He made me play Undertale Yellow, but we had a trade deal where he played Earthbound and I played Undertale Yellow. I made out like a bandit with that one, based on hours alone.
Well, the question I have for you, since you played Undertale Yellow, which route did you do?
I did the pacifist route. Because I did not do the pacifist route in actual Undertale. I've only ever done one neutral route in Undertale, and I was like, I do not care for Undertale. I wonder why I do not care for Undertale.
Like, damn, I just killed everybody and got bored. It's like, why do people like this game?
I didn't even kill everybody. I just killed like a few people, and I was like, damn, why does everyone like this game?
Like, game is not peak after playing it once? What the fuck are people on about?
I mean, that's the thing. I expect my games to entice me with reasons to play again if I just do whatever the fuck I want the first time. Not meta reasons to play again and enjoy it. But I can appreciate Undertale now as like kind of the art piece that it is, essentially, where it's like, it's very unique in the fact that it's a video game that is not forcing you to engage with the content. It's very much like satisfied with you not engaging with the thing and like you not getting the full experience. It just goes like, okay, if you don't want to play my game, if you don't want to play the game like in a meta fashion and like purposefully take interest in it, then the game has no interest in you either, which I can kind of appreciate from like an art perspective. I don't respect it from a gameplay being good perspective.
Yeah, I think that's been a lot of criticism of the original Undertale, is that, like, it very much, like, mostly feels like, to get, like, the most out of, like, the why people like this game is essentially, like, true pacifist or bust.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks, because they're, like, there are some genuinely good, like, cool things that come out of doing a lot of the various neutral routes. Like, I love, like, the Papyrus becomes king ending, or just, like, you know, you killed, like, most of the people in the underground type ending. Or, like, you get to, like, halfway through Genocide and then, like, abort it, like, close to the end. So you get some, like, neat dialogue with Alphys. Like, the fucking line during that one neutral ending of Alphys just being like, I should have killed you when you had the chance. Like, bro, it goes so fucking hard. Why are people talking about this more? Everyone's just like, it's got to be either true pacifist or Genocide. Like, ugh.
Yeah. I don't know.
And yeah, and the Genocide route in terms of gameplay is actually fucking awful. Like, I'm not gonna fucking try to defend that shit.
Yeah, no, like, I mean, of course, that's the point, right? The whole artistic point of, like, this sucks, why are you doing this? It's,
For the two fights that are worth doing it for, and that's it. That is why you're playing Genocide in Undertale, because you want to fight Undying, and Sans. That's it. That's the only reason you're fucking playing the Genocide route. Because, like, there's nothing else of worth in that fucking route besides those 2 fights, and it's honestly a shame.
The geometry has been the most deadly part of this entire encounter that I'm here.
You've yourself like 4 or 5 times now, I think.
I almost did it again. I see the big target, it absorbs bullets, and then like the door comes down and says, actually, I absorb the rockets. I don't see a hazard, I see a target.
But yeah, in regards to like the whole like, well, what if you just, wanted to be a psychopath and just kill everybody? Like, every high-profile Undertale fan game has handled that better than actual Undertale has. Like, Undertale Yellow's genocide route is great, incredibly fucking brutal by the end. Underswap, even though it's technically only a demo right now, it has like one moment especially that fucking shook me. Outer Tail does it really well. Delta Traveler does it really well. So it's like, it's very much a case of like, people sort of like understand that like, yeah, Undertale is such like a big deal. But I think after like so much time has passed, they're kind of like, yeah, this game has like a lot of kind of inherent flaws that have been ironed out by either like fan games or just like even through like Toby doing stuff with Deltarune. Just like, oh yeah, this could be so much better than what it was.
Hey, Undercover Defective. Yes, in fact, we are talking about your favorite video games of all time. Mostly because we were talking about you. How about that?
I'd like to imagine that our conversation about Undertale and just the Undercover Defective just burst through the wall, just like, Undertale? Someone saying Undertale?
Yeah, it kind of just summons him wholesale. It's his, oh, what would the word be? It's his summoning word. Oh, this is bad. I should not have spawned into this level with 4 health.
Let's talk about Shadow Generation. I think Shadow is cool, and he beat Mephiles in the penis. Is that good?
I couldn't have described the game better myself, mostly because I haven't played it.
I like how Black Doom is voiced by Joseph Joestar.
I think he should have been voiced by Joseph Stalin, honestly.
I just think it's really funny how Black Doom has been voiced by both Joseph Joestar and Goku.
That is actually pretty funny. I had not known this information.
We're gonna get a 3rd game with Black Doom in it. He's gonna be like, yeah, he's voiced by Luffy. that's gonna be the next one.
Shadow, you must unlock the Heart of Darkness in the Chaos Emeralds.
I didn't know Black Doom was supposed to be Goofy.
I thought that's what you said. I thought you said Goofy.
Oh, I said Luffy, the One Piece guy.
Close enough.
The day of reckoning is at hand, Shadow.
Don't you feel the chaos energy?
Return to the Black Climate so we can take over the Earth.
Oh. But actually, yeah, Undercover Defective, you're still here. If you, I haven't asked you, what the heck is your favorite little Undertale related property, being either an official thing, including Deltarune, or fan games, AUs, things like that?
I know one of my favorites that unfortunately has gone unfinished, which, I mean, I guess considering Undertale stuff is kind of par for the fucking course, sadly. Was the One Punch Man crossover comic that someone did on DeviantArt. I actually kind of really love it.
Yeah?
Yeah, just like the way that they handle like how Saitama acts in that, it's just like it's kind of great. So like it's the whole like Frisk is like doing their best to be like, I want to interact with everyone, and Saitama's just like speedrun. Like not even like killing people, it's just like, I'm just gonna run really fast because I don't want to talk to people.
That's pretty good. I like that. It would be very funny to be like, what's wrong with that guy? I don't know, he just wants to get out of here. Got somewhere to be.
Yeah, it's like, honestly, I think like Undertale ended up being like one of like the 4 franchises that, oh yeah, fun fact about this level, you could just completely skip the main gimmick and like complete the level in like 20 fucking seconds.
That is weird. Okay, I'm gonna not do that.
Yeah, it's like the entire like main gimmick of the level, the wormhole, is like completely fucking optional.
Let's see. So if I included Deltarune, Undercover Defective, you'd probably say that. Otherwise, it would be Yellow or Outer Tail, but you still need to finish Outer Tail. Yeah, actually, I'm surprised you said Outer Tail, because like the the little bit I've watched you play it, like, you know, over Discord, like, I kind of got the impression you didn't think that game was all that interesting. I mean, I think it was maybe it was just towards the beginning because it was really similar to Undertale at the very beginning, but like it started to diverge later.
Yeah, Outer
but
Tale.
I was not under the impression that you actually liked the game that much.
Yeah, Outer Tale, from what I understand, kind of plays it a lot closer to like, oh, this is just Undertale, like the actual story of Undertale in space with like a couple bells and whistles added.
The story of Undertale.
Yeah. Yeah, Outer Tale's not completely one-to-one, but it does tend to follow it super closely. That like if you played like a lot of the other like more high-profile stuff, it's like, you know, oh, this feels kind of dull by comparison because it's like, yeah, it's Frisk, gotta meet Toriel, as opposed to like, you know, Understorm where it's like, I'm Kara, let's meet Asgore instead. Ooh, so different.
Effective's telling me that Outer Tale does in fact have Kara as a ghost spirit thing. I do remember that. There's like little shadows to go and like interact with and shit. And it was like
Outer Tale does follow on Kara is a ghost that follows you around and narrates all of your actions type logic.
Frisk wandered through the hallway, but littles did they know that then around the corner was Space Asgore. Space Asgore says, "I'm going to kills you," and Frisk goes, because Frisk is silent, does not speak.
Yeah, I think Undertale ended up being like one of those like, well, it feels weird to say like, oh, it's a franchise, because it's like, is it a franchise? It's more just like one of those like thing that just sort of like spiraled out into its own thing that it just kind of like became like overly obsessed with. So it's like my top three are like Undertale, Doom, and Mega Man. And I guess that like a distant fourth nowadays would be Mario, and that's larger because of the Mario World hacking scene.
I love how you said that, because you're kind of a very good bridge between Defective and I then in that sense, considering that I have almost no interest in Undertale, but I will do it to, you know, deepen relationships and try to experience something that is dear to one of my friends of over a decade. Whereas I could not possibly get this guy into Mega Man no matter what I do. Unless I like agree to play like 10 different Undertale games, it's probably not happening.
Yeah, no, like when the game originally came out, I was like, oh, I love this, and I'd love seeing like all the fucking like little like iterations and comic shit that people were doing. Like I was super fucking deep in the AU pipeline, so like I had like so many different ones I was like actively trying to keep up with. I am honestly kind of shocked I managed to get into as many as I did, because like normally it's just like, okay, I can maybe like watch like one or two of these things, and then like I can't keep track of like more than fucking two. With fucking Undertale AUs, I kept up with like 40. I don't know how the fuck I did it.
Yeah, that's a lot. Wow.
You're out of primary colors for fan game? I mean, there technically hasn't been an Undertale Blue yet, so technically we haven't used all the primary colors.
Yeah, soon we're gonna have to start dipping into like the second
Plaid.
Tertiary shit. Oh, plaid? Hold on, yeah, true. We could just start using textures instead of, patterns instead of colors. That'll work. We'll have Undertale polka dot.
I've seen my fair share of like joke AUs, like hyper serious AUs. Like I've seen like all the crossover shit. I've seen like so many. Honestly, I think I have like a fucking like 300 image folder just on my phone of like all the fucking like random AU shit I ended up saving. I know I have one that was just called Undying Tale, where everyone is replaced with Undying. And it's basically just every character still has like the same motivation, but it's all done with the fucking gusto of how Undyne acts.
That's fun. I like that. Undyne's a good character.
So it's like, you know, Toriel Undyne is just like, here's a pie, human, and then just immediately like fucking throws the entire pie at their face.
Defective, you'll find a Mega Man Undertale AU. It'll bridge the gap for us. Yeah, I suppose that'll be something for me to play, huh?
I mean, joke's on you, there's already a Mega Man Megalovania AU cover.
I mean, that would make perfect sense, right?
If there is one thing that I have also found out from exploring so many different Undertale AUs is that even if there isn't like a specific AU for it, there exists a fucking Megalovania for it.
Right.
Like there is like a, oh yeah, you want a fucking Megalovania that combines a Duel of the Fates where fucking Obi-Wan is in the fucking spot of Sans? Yeah, that exists. You want fucking Rick Sanchez? Yeah, that exists. Oh, you want a fucking swap version with Morty instead? Yeah, sure. You want fucking Jaden animations as Sans? Yeah, go for it.
You want a crossover with Chicago Fire as Sans? Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
Like, you want a version where it's SpongeBob? You want a version where it's Patrick? You want a version where it's Plankton, Squidward? We got fucking AU. We got fucking Megalovania AUs for fucking everything.
You want House MD as Sans in this edition? He'll hit you with a big cane.
It probably exists.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about the fucking Megalovania stuff is that it's basically just like, what if we took a bunch of songs that were used related to that property and then do it in the same style of how Megalovania does its fucking bridging and everything? It is insane.
I love how Megalovania is essentially a genre at this point. Like, I genuinely do love that.
It literally is. Like, there are channels that are basically like chock full of Megalovania stuff. Like the channel Literally No One.
Yes,
so
I know
many
them.
fucking Megalovania covers.
And then they're like, I can't fucking do anything else on this channel because all anybody asks me for is Megalovania covers, so I quit.
It's like, but you do it so well.
I know.
Like people keep asking for more.
The problem. It's a curse.
Like we got a Megalovania cover of Diggy Diggy Hole.
Hey Gabriel, we're just talking about various versions of Megalovania that people have in fact made. If there isn't if there is not an Undertale AU for it, there is certainly at least a fan-made Megalovania cover for it. So there's definitely a SpongeBob one. I'm pretty sure there even just is a SpongeBob AU that has been made.
There are multiple SpongeBob AUs.
Then having a Dr. House Megalovania, I'm sure that probably exists somewhere. It would not surprise me if those two were crossed over in any capacity.
I am sure if it exists, there is probably a Megalovania of it in which the thumbnail contains said character wearing the Sans jacket with their hands in their pockets.
Are we just gonna call that like Rule 4U of the internet, or?
I'm sure there's an actual internet rule for it. Hold on, I'll see if I can actually like internet rule for if it exists, there is a Megalovania of it.
Anyways, Gabriel, how you been? While Grim's doing this research, I haven't seen you.
Yeah, Rule 72. If it exists, there's a Megalovania version of it.
Oh, look at that. It's like the internet writes itself. That was a much funnier statement.
Even if you don't have the AU, even if you don't have the AU stuff, then you also have all the fucked up like silly mixes. Like I know before he, obviously rest in peace, fucking On Topic, all the fucking like, let's do Megalovania number 5 with Mambo number 5.
Oh.
Or Smash Mouth or Fireflies. It's like it literally is a genre at this point. Like
I do love. I mean, I always consider the idea of like, look, if reggaeton, a genre that is very much known for remixing the same or using the same beat on basically a very similar songs over and over again, can be a genre, then Megalovania is the equivalent. Like it's the exact same thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like honestly insane how many there are. I mean, I think it's also to the point where there's also like multiple versions of Omnilovania, which is basically multiple different artist takes on what if we just took all of the Megalovanias that everyone ever made and then tried to make a giant ass medley out of all of them.
I do remember liking a one of those like meme I played 100 Megalovanias at once kind of thing. It actually the composition came together very well, shockingly.
Yeah, or the like I tried to fuck up Megalovania, but as it turns out, you can't fuck up any song that Toby Fox wrote.
Right. I should send it to you later, but there's like a you might have actually heard it already, but it's like Megalovania, but I've swapped some beats, and it's not like particular about which ones it did, but it definitely like swapped a lot of different beats, and it sounds fucked up as a result, but like. Again, still, you can't fuck up Megalovania. It still sounds good after all the fuckery. All the nonsense.
Yeah, I think honestly the biggest takeaway for Undertale is not so much for like the actual game itself. It's just all of the shit that spiraled out from it existing.
Yeah.
It is just like the nexus point for all this other stuff.
It's amazing how Toby Fox managed to just kind of take a small little indie game out of his ass that he's been working on as kind of a tribute / original creation deviation off of Earthbound. And it's like, yep, nope, this is like a fucking international franchise now.
Yeah, well, it's like, you know, finding out like all the other stuff too about how like, yeah, this basically spiraled off into its own game because it came from Toby Fox making the Halloween hack of Earthbound. And then it's like, and then, you know, honestly, the fucking craziest part to come out of all of this, I think, is the fact that Toby Fox is probably the only fucking person in all of existence who will have a song that originated from a ROM hack inside of Smash Brothers.
Yep. Something that
not a single other fucking person will ever be able to do that.
Something that was so lucrative, even Nintendo couldn't pass up the opportunity. They had to approve of it, whether they liked it or not. Oh god, I had another thought. I can't remember what my thought was though. It was something on topic. Maybe it'll come back to me. I do like this wormhole gimmick though, just being like kind of a nice mirror image of the two maps. Kind of a light world, dark world kind of version.
Legend of Zelda. I'm sure that's probably what Ty Halterman was envisioning when he made this. You know, I just think it's kind of a shame that you can basically just skip the entire gimmick of the level by just go right and then go back.
You could kind of say that this level is a lot like Undertale, where if you don't feel like engaging with the medium, then it's not really going to give you much back as a result.
Oh, so that's why everyone says this level is the best level in TNT Evilution. Because you have to engage with it.
I feel like I'm really reaching because there was some extra thought I had about Undertale, but I'm like completely blanking on it right now. Oh well, it's not gonna come back to me. I'll just forfeit. It's fine.
Crash failed to remember what he was going to talk about, unlike Sans, who remembers your genocides.
Yeah, it would never happen. Couldn't be me. Couldn't remember anything. I'm the alternate universe version of Sans that just can't remember a single fucking thought in his head.
I fucking love the. I think honestly, I grew to love fucking Undertale / Deltarune even more with the fucking like a new game hasn't come out, so the fucking community has gone into full brain rot mode.
It's in the same vein as how like a new update hasn't come out, so the Team Fortress 2 community has gone into absolute brain rot mode. There was just that one screenshot of like Reddit being like, this item kind of
subreddit.
What?
Yeah, the Batman Arkham subreddit too is like fucking peak one. Oh, are you not familiar with that one?
No, I'm not.
Oh, the fucking Origins of Man?
No.
You have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my god, I
don't have the foggiest fucking clue of what you could be describing.
So over this, because there hasn't been a new like Arkham game in like ages, right? Someone on the fucking subreddit just posted of like, it's like, what if we got a new game and that featured Man, and it's just Batman, but they took the ears off?
Oh, I've seen that image. I didn't know it was in reference to the Arkham community going insane.
You know, and this is also where like the Jonkler comes from, the Rizzler. Fucking, it's like what, you know, the whole "is he stupid" thing. It's all from that.
It is?
That's where it all originated from. Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, it was literally just the fucking Batman Arkham subreddit just going fucking insane because there hasn't been a new Arkham game in years. And then eventually just someone posted a fucking picture of Man, and then it just spiraled out into its own thing.
My bad Arkham subreddit community. I didn't know your game. Aw. That was
so that ended up happening, and then obviously you get the same shit with the Undertale subreddits with the fucking I remember your genocides and like all the other shit.
Right.
and I just love it. I love it so much, and just all the fucking iterating. It's like sometimes the community needs to come into its own when there just hasn't been anything in forever, and you just get like peak fucking brain rot.
Yeah. Sometimes cabin fever is the best creative medicine.
There's so many different iterations on it, to the point where even like the fucking big like Undertale streamers were getting into the whole joke. I know fucking Sibbles just released a video that was just them fucking laughing their asses off at all the fucking like I remember your genocides permutations.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one as well.
There's so many fucking good ones. I mean, one of my favorite ones is also you're gender neutral. Cool, I'm gender pacifist.
That's good. Damn.
There's so many fucking good ones. I mean, I technically got in part of it too because of that one fucking Undertale video I uploaded.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Except mine is also a fucking deep cut Sagwa the Siamese Chinese cat reference.
We need stuff like that as well to make the brain rot more accessible to a wider, to a narrower audience.
Oh my god. Undercover Defective, if you're still in the chat, I think maybe something that we should do as just like an offhand thing is just organize so many fucking brain rot images of the fucking like Undertale Deltarune like brain rot, and then just fucking like expose it to Crash with like absolutely zero fucking context and just see how he reacts to it.
Yeah, just watch my brain kind of melt a little bit, and you'd be like, see, this is actually SNAS, and he was important to this exact timeline of the 35th alternate universe. And I'll be like, God help me, what the fuck are you people talking about?
Oh my god, it's Snen's Undertale.
This is Snake Undertale. This is the Metal Gear Solid alternate universe for Undertale. In this one, we get to see Otacon die in the genocide route, and at the end, Solid Snake calls you to say Snake Sans, and he'd be like, "You kill my brother," and you'd be like, "No." Two separate threads of I remember your genocides. Excellent. The brain rot is primed, sir. Don't worry, little Undertale fan. You've got enough brain rot to last you your entire life. Toby, go ahead and delay Deltarune another 4 months. Our boys are hungry.
Yeah, this is the shit that's the reason why I will stick by the fucking Undertale community. Like, I had to fucking... Like, I can't fucking, like, stick with fucking Star Wars shit anymore, because, like, every time you try to fucking find, like, any kind of discussion for it, it's just like, wow, this immediately turned into fucking, like, people throwing slurs and political shit around. I'm just like, I need my stupid, like, Tumblr-level brain rot. Like, I don't even... It's like, is anyone gonna be, like... No one's gonna fucking do shit for Star Wars. It's just be like, Anakin, I remember you are Sith Lord.
Yeah, no. Star Wars is too broad of a franchise to actually get people into that kind of brain rot mood. People will actually argue about things because Star Wars is
high ground.
Star Wars is relevant to larger culture, while Undertale is somehow blessed by being extremely relevant, but only to internet and gaming culture. Kind of get a nice balance of people who just kind of want to meme about it and make up as much stupid bullshit as they can. Plus, it helps. It's a nice progressive space as well.
It also helps too that like the Undertale brain rot is also like, you know, kind of like wholesome and like, you know, not hurting anybody. Meanwhile, like Star Wars brain rot is just like, I tried to get one of the actors to kill himself.
Oh, good.
It's like, oh god, I fucking. It's like, yeah, I can't stick with this. This sucks.
Hey Grim, I think Defective has a question for you in the chat.
Do you remember old friend senior dog sim? Okay, so Defective, for context, I don't actually have a Tumblr. I just enjoy Tumblr because I've just been a big fan of like either YouTubers going through like either reading out Tumblr posts or like the curated Tumblr like Reddit. I don't actually have a Tumblr, so I don't know of all the Tumblr brain rot. So I am unfamiliar with the dog sanctuary thing. I am aware of like that one girl who tried to steal bones, but like I don't know about that.
I'm completely unaware of any Tumblr brain rot that didn't just kind of, you know, be osmosis over to
I
me.
want to fuck the onceler.
I remember that one. Okay, I do remember that one. People, my friends, in fact, did infect me with that rot.
No shot there was fucking 2 separate ones. No shot. No shot there was 2. Oh, wait a minute. Do you mean, like, there was one who was trying to steal, like, actual human bones, and then there was the one who was stealing, like, the dead dog bones? Is that one, then I understand, then. I was like, don't tell me that there was fucking, like, 2 people trying to fucking grave rob. Like, come on, man. I know Tumblr can be a bit of a fucked place sometimes, but I'd like to give it at least a little bit of the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, guys, come on. It's not 4chan over here.
No, I mean, well, 4chan isn't gonna fucking, you know, grave rob. 4chan's gonna fucking get you fired for Burger King foot lettuce.
4chan's gonna live rob, maybe. You steal your bones while you're still up, still awake. Then be like,
to be fair, though, 4chan is based for firing the guy that did Burger King foot lettuce, because, yeah, that you should not be sticking your feet inside of lettuce.
There's a good handful of reasons why I still browsed that terrible site for so long, even after I stopped being a fan of its, you know, very toxic views. And it is for shit like that. They used to be on top of memes.
I am honestly not surprised there is a wiki page for Tumblr Bone Thief.
There's a for one human and one dog. Interesting. If only they had combined their powers, they could have made a really cool dog-human hybrid.
They create the skeletal werewolf.
They could have made, what was it, face dog, or was it hand dog or face dog? That stupid hypothetical I was talking about a while ago. I have it written down here somewhere. What was it? Oh yeah, face cat or hand dog. The hypothetical I was asking about, would you rather have a, would you rather be forced to take care of a cat with a human face that could, you know, speak a little bit of English, but like not full sentences, just like a couple of words, or a dog that had fully articulated human hands?
Yeah, that is a very good question.
I'm not sure if good is the adjective I would use to describe it, but you know, you do you.
That is a very fucked question with a lot of
thank you.
Well, 'cause I feel like regardless, you're dealing with some fucking uncanny shit. So it's like, you know, I guess
it's like
you either have to deal with like a cat with like a human face that could like barely speak English, which is like, you know, probably not going to be good for your mental well-being. But I feel like at the same time, it's probably not going to be like physically a problem. Meanwhile, I feel like a dog with fully articulate fingers can do some unnerving shit if you were unprepared for it.
Yeah, like the podcast I stole this hypothetical from was basically like kind of, first it was down with face cat for a while because like, oh, it's just a cat. It's like, you know, it seems chill. It can hang. Face cat can hang. But then like eventually it starts like screaming inhuman at you, and it starts like being psychologically disturbing because like, oh, it's cleaning itself with its human tongue, and you have to kind of watch your human tongue, you know, do all the cat cleaning things that cats like to do, like, oh, say, I don't know, cleaning their own asshole and things like that. Meanwhile, yeah, the hand dog does come with the physical threat of like, this thing could wield a gun if you did have one of those lying around. And if it did not like its existence or your existence, it could very well get out of hand pretty quickly.
Yeah. Although, if we're gonna stay on the topic of dogs, I found out today they brought back dire wolves. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I also found out that might be fake in a sense. Like the fact that like those guys, those little animals do exist now. Those couple of pictured animals, but it's kind of debatable on whether or not like these are genetically identical to the dire wolf, or the or they're kind of just like, well, this is a wolf that has been bred to have dire wolf-like features.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll have to wait for them to grow up to fully get it.
The biologists will have to settle this one, and I hate to give any ground to the biologists for being legitimate scientists or not, but yeah, but you know.
Man, fuck you. I ain't even a biologist, but fuck you anyway.
The chemistry petty rivalry will never die so long as I live. No, it could be interesting. I didn't know that there was actually ever a beast called a dire wolf. I thought that was just stupid fantasy shit.
Oh, you just thought it was something that George R.R. Martin made up for fucking Game of Thrones? No, they're real. Yeah, they were real at one point.
The doors are the biggest enemy in this game.
The doors are the biggest enemy, but we're not even playing a build engine game.
Right? Like, what the fuck's up with that?
I think it's less so the doors, and I think it's more you with a rocket launcher is your biggest enemy.
Combine the two, and good God, even Captain Planet couldn't save me from this.
With our powers combined, I am Jibbed Corpse.
It's kind of melty over there. Other topics. Did you? I know that from like the other little bit of chat we had in the other stream the other day that you do in fact you like Nightcore, or at the very least you used to like Nightcore. Is this true?
Oh fuck! I'm trying to remember what I even said.
Wait,
was that in chat last night, or was that from like streams ago?
It was recent. I think it was last week, sometime around then. Being like, yeah, I think it was last week. I was playing a Mega Man RPG. I had mentioned like hearing Scatman's World somewhere first, and then that turned into being like, oh, actually, this is how we also figured out about Nightcore, hearing Dum Dotty Do the first time for me, and you were the one, you heard the Rockefeller Street
Rockefeller Street, yeah. And that one fucking video of the guy playing Osu to it. Yeah, I do remember. I definitely did have a Nightcore phase back then. I don't know if I would say I still have it, but I think that's largely came down to like, I love Nightcore, and then Out in the Chipmunks, the fucking movies happen, I'm like, Nightcore is cringe.
I hate this now.
Cringe. So long as the Chipmunks are in fucking public knowledge, it will forever be cringe.
So long as the Chipmunks are in knowledge, I will not listen to any song above 105% speed.
Honestly, I think the funniest thing about the fucking Chipmunks movies is the fact that some fucking bold motherfucker thought, oh yeah, let's release a fucking Chipwrecked on like such and such day. It's like, oh yeah, that should be fine. Hey, well, what other movies are releasing this day? Oh, you know, nothing big deal, just Star Wars Episode 7.
Yeah, someone thought that could really go to toe, but a squeakquel it ain't.
It did absolutely pitiful at the fucking box office.
I wonder why.
Who could have guessed?
Yeah, a squeakquel it ain't, so it didn't do well. I will give props to whoever decided that, you know, the squeakquel should be the title for the second movie, because that somehow they've managed to turn that into a cultural phenomenon. I still hear people, including myself, reference it by calling it by calling various things the squeakquel all the time.
I guess the reason I can enjoy Nightcore again. I do love the fucking roundabout shit, like, yeah, this happened because this happened. Which, actually, funnily enough, that actually also ended up kind of leading to a funny thing about how I would have never had... The reason why I had the best burger I, like, ever had for, like, the longest time was because of Mike Pence. Yeah, former Vice President Mike Pence.
Oh, please do go on. How are these two things related?
Because me and my family were going out to, like, a wedding, and, like, we were supposed to, like, go to this one place to, like, not for, like, the wedding ceremony, but just more like, oh, you know, it's, like, a couple days before, we want to go, like, somewhere to eat. So it's like, oh, there's this really good, like, burger place, like, in the area, we should go try it. And we didn't get to, because Mike Pence was there, and basically the entire fucking restaurant was, like, shut down with, like, fucking, you know, Secret Service and whatnot. So, like, he can enjoy his burger, but no one else could. So it's like, oh, that's... You know, like, keep in mind, he is the, like, active, you know, VP at this time. So,
sure,
like, that's
it made
kind of the
sense.
reason why. So everyone was eventually like, all right, you know what, fuck it. Then let's go to, like, you know, this other burger place that's, like, a little bit closer by. And I got, like, the fucking burger I got there. It was, like, you know, really good chuck blend with, like, cheddar cheese, fried egg, peppered on a pretzel bun. So fucking good. It was, like, the best burger I've ever had at that point in my life. And I'm like, You know what? Regardless of how I feel about modern politics, thank you, Mike Pence. I would have never had burger if it weren't for you being at other burger place.
God bless. It's fun. I don't think I've ever had I can't remember any stories of being diverted like that and finding something great at the moment. I do, back on the Nightcore topic, though, like, I distinctly had 2 phases of Nightcore myself. My first phase was, as kind of mentioned before, was just, like, kid phase happening to stumble upon, you know, various early aughts internet videos of people uploading Pikmin dancing to Nightcore or other music. But then I kind of dropped it for a while. I just didn't really remember it because I wasn't really into pop music too much as I was kind of in my teens. I was in kind of my, like, metal and rock only kind of slightly edgy phase.
Oh, you're telling me you never looked up Metallica Nightcore before?
I still don't think I have looked up Metallica Nightcore.
Man, you're missing out. You are missing out. I don't think you get to fully appreciate the Nightcore experience unless you've tried to listen to every fucking band you love growing up in fucking Nightcore mode. To truly just ingratiate yourself. Like, yeah, get a little bit of fucking Raining Blood from Slayer Nightcore.
Nickelback Nightcore.
Yeah, exactly.
Then my second phase of Nightcore was basically just coming down to, like, revisiting that old childhood thing when I, you know, kind of like in my adulthood, I'm like, oh yeah, wow, I haven't listened to, like, Dum Dotty Doo Nightcore version in years. That kind of goes hard. And then it's like, hey, wait a minute, I recognize this other pop song I recommended. Ooh, I recognize that too. Hey, I'm willing to actually listen to this now. Hey, this is actually pretty good. And
yeah, see, that was me for, like, Nightcore. Was just like, let me look up all of my fucking favorite band Nightcore version, and then it's like I grew out of the Nightcore phase, and now basically what I ended up doing instead, and it's been like this for like the past few years, is instead of, oh, let me look up Nightcore version of band/song I like, and let me look up Eurobeat cover of band/song I like.
Oh, Christ. I would consider Eurobeat cover to be the, maybe not the dark side of that coin, but certainly like the, maybe the side of that coin. Something's a little bit... I like Eurobeat, but like, every fucking Eurobeat song is, maybe not everyone, but a lot of them are very, very similar in my head, and I'm kind of sick of hearing various Eurobeat mixes.
What, you're telling me you don't want to listen to every single song under the sun, but it sounds like you're fucking drifting at high speeds?
No, in fact, I would like some songs to sound different than that. Even if I do think that is a very cool aesthetic to be mimicking.
Honestly, the other thing I've also learned from Eurobeat is that if a song is fast, if you make a Eurobeat cover, it becomes twice as fast. Even if it doesn't actually change BPM, it's just faster innately.
Well, I mean, they're probably instituting a lot of double time in the musical signature, so that makes sense. That tracks.
It would probably be a case of, like, The Flash is fast. The Flash while listening to Eurobeat, even faster.
I think you should hit up, oh god, Marvel with that one. Is it Marvel?
It's DC.
It's DC. Damn.
Flash well, DC.
50-50 coin flip. It's all the same.
I mean, I feel well. I guess in all fairness, you said you don't really watch a lot of the movie stuff, so I guess that would be
right.
Probably kind of a moot point. But I would be like, it's like, how could you tell which one is Marvel or DC? Oh, just figure out which one has like the fucking bigger failure of a movie franchise. That one's DC.
Yeah, I know that. That's for sure. I couldn't remember if which IP Flash belonged to. But I was like, wasn't he in Justice League? And I'm like,
well, the Flash is the IP. The company is what he belongs to. But yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll stop embarrassing myself.
You're telling me Marvel doesn't want a superhero that fucking microwaves babies? That's crazy.
I love that gif just because it's so completely fucking reversed context. It's literally just the fucking scene playing in reverse, but it works so well.
Meanwhile, Reverse Flash is like, I will save this baby from the microwave.
I will save the baby from the microwave.
I mean, hey, considering all the fucking shit that Ezra Miller's been up to, I would not be surprised if, like, he ends up becoming an actual IRL Reverse Flash. Dude is unhinged.
there's a blue door over here. Alright. But, no, Nightcore for me has, was primarily my way to be like, oh, wait a minute, I actually do like white girl music. It's White Girl Wednesday, time for some Nightcore. And so I just start playing shit like, Please Don't Stop the Music, and, what else? What's the other one that I listen to all the time? Make Me Feel Alive, come on, Turn Me On, that one.
Yeah, well, we got the Nightcore phases, we got the Eurobeat phases. I know I had, like, a bubblegum pop phase at one point.
Now that could never be me. I'm not into very saccharine music.
It was very brief, to be fair, and I think it really only came up because at the time I was a big fan of Katy Perry. Now I am like, I don't care for Katy Perry, the artist, but her songs I still enjoy listening to from time to time.
Fair enough. I never had my Katy Perry phase, so I'm very much out of the loop of what
I guess
she's
back
up to.
in like the 2010 early 2010s, it was you were either like Katy Perry, Gaga, or Swift. Like you had to pick one. You couldn't really be multiple.
Yeah, I guess so. There was kind of a warring between the fandoms. Everything did in fact change when the Swift Kingdom attacked.
The Swift Empire. Yeah, I think it's like right now it comes. I think like my overall opinion of it is like Katy Perry is like don't like as an actual person, do enjoy their songs. Gaga is like I enjoy as an actual person. I'm kind of like whatever about their songs. And then Taylor Swift is just like I am indifferent to everything related to you. Like I got nothing against Taylor Swift. I am just indifferent.
Right. I have nothing against Taylor Swift. I like a handful of songs, a handful of the hits as guilty pleasures sometimes, but otherwise I'm really not up to date on the Swiftie lore and don't care to be.
I like the mashup of Shake It Up and Flat Zone 2, and that is it.
I like listening to Antihero every once in a while when I need to feel melodramatic about myself.
I think Shake It Up might actually be the only Taylor Swift song I think I unironically enjoy because it feels like the only song where it's like, oh, she's self-aware that she does the same shit over and over again. Because, yeah, that was 100% growing up in, like, the fucking late 2000s, early 2010s was just like, oh my god, Taylor Swift, it just writes the same fucking song about she had a fucking bad breakup and she's sad or she's moving on and she's gonna do it again in another fucking 5 months. It's like, God, how do people like this artist?
I do hate hearing big poppy breakup songs, or hell, really any breakup songs. It's like, okay, look, I get it. It's part of the human condition. I really could not be fucking bothered to give a shit about your breakup unless it was like some kind of horrifying tragedy where it was like, oh, this made the news not because of celebrity gossip, but because of like, oh, like this person was like abusing you, huh? Yeah, then you have license to go and make a song. Otherwise, it's just kind of like, I mean, sure, do what you want, express it, but like at the same time, I couldn't be fucked. I'm not gonna listen to more breakup songs if I don't have to.
Yeah. Also, kind of fucked up that I only remembered this because of you saying abuse, but also shout out to Kesha. Also enjoyed her. I kind of completely forgot about Kesha, and I feel bad now.
Shout outs to Simple Flips.
I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, because there was also Pink too, right? I don't remember much of Pink.
I remember like the obvious, the obvious radio hit of Wanna Start a...
Oh, Who Knew? Oh,
no.
There like Who Knew.
Hold on, what's the... Crash says he remembers a thing and then does not remember the thing immediately. Curious.
I think my mind only went to Who Knew because I'm like, oh, well, that's the Pink song I always remember now, but not because of Pink, but because of the fucking Engineer AI cover.
Oh. No, I'm thinking of na 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 na. I'm gonna start a fight. What?
Start a fight. Yeah.
What's the fucking title of that song? It's like
it's literally I want to start a fight.
I don't think it is.
Wait. Or is it just Rockstar? Is it just?
Yes,
I think it's just Rockstar.
I think that's what it is. I think it's Rockstar. There you go. God. I don't have any particular fandom type of brain rot. I just generally have like brain deflation disease.
Okay, now the fucked up thing now is like, oh yeah, it's Rockstar. Why did my mind immediately think like, oh yes, Pink and Rockstar? The first thing that I like to, I remember in congruency with that is the fucking Halo 3 level Flood? I don't know why. Why do those two go together? That makes no sense to me.
Those two definitely do not have an association as far as I know, but kudos to you for making one.
Yeah, well, you want to know what probably is the reason why? Because one of the things that I do a lot sometimes, if I'm, like, trying to do, like, either achievement shit or just, you know, do challenge shit while I'm playing fucking games on my Xbox, is because I believe I've mentioned the way my setup works is, like, I have, like, all my fucking gaming setups, and then I have my desktop PC, like, directly to the right of it, and then I actually have, like, a chair, so I'll just fucking play a YouTube video while I'm doing shit on my Xbox. So then there's just a lot of situations where it's just like, I am going to associate this random Wendigoon video with me playing Mega Man 4.
Right, exactly.
Because that's literally, like, what was happening at the time. So sometimes there's just a lot of fucking, like, my brain just decides to be like, yes, fucking Pink's Rockstar, because you were watching, like, a fucking Brad Taste in Music video that was talking about it, to, like, the Halo 3 level where you're fucking invading fucking flood-infested High Charity. Yeah, those two correlate.
I mean, I have the, I think I mentioned I have the same kind of association between, playing Toontown and Metallica Justice for All, because I would have that going on in the background so often as, like, a 12-year-old kid, as I grinded out the Lawbot HQ.
Well, now I'm just kind of imagining any of the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse singing One. And it kind of sounds incredible now.
We're gonna bring the Goofy cover back now?
Landline has taken my sight, taken my speech, taken my hearing. Taking your soul. All they're doing is taking your money. Haha.
Left you with life in hell. Or is that?
It's me. I'm the hell. I'm your hell. Ah.
Disney World. Woohoo.
I do a Donald Duck impression, but I'm pretty sure I will, like, spit all over my fucking microphone if I even attempt it, so I'm gonna refrain from doing that.
I've been to Disney World. I never got the hype.
I have never been to Disney World.
I don't recommend it unless you're like a Disney adult, which I don't think that you are.
I was a Disney teenager, and it kind of stopped after that.
Good.
Like my love for Disney primarily comes from, like, you know, the animated movies.
Right. Like, I grew up with the Renaissance.
Yeah, it's like I could not give a shit about, like, the theme park or, like, a lot of the modern stuff being done. It's just like I just don't care. It's like and plus a lot of time when it comes to Disney World too, it's just like I'm gonna be fucking spending like 2 hours waiting on a fucking line. I'm good.
Yeah,
like if I want to go to a place, I want to experience the place, not I'm waiting.
Right.
Like, I already have to deal with a fuckload of arbitrary wait times playing fucking video games. I don't need it fucking standing around in real life too.
If I wanted a waiting simulator, I'd go boot up X7 again. Thank you.
Which is also kind of the reason why I also don't do Comic-Con anymore, because a lot of that is just standing around and fucking waiting.
I see. Hey, Big Serpent, what's up? Right as the resident amusement park fan comes online. I mean, perfect timing.
Oh, well,
If
we want to get into discussions about amusement parks, I mean, there's always Action Park.
Oh, that's true. I think Big Serpent's explicitly the person who I mentioned your pointing out of Action Park back during the Mag Mammal streams too.
Oh, of the Cannonball Loop? Yeah. Of that little fucking SCP of a fucking ride. that they found real human teeth embedded in it when it was being demolished.
Right, I'm pretty sure she said, like, oh yeah, I know that. That's like a crazy famous one. I'm like, I have never fucking heard of this in my life. Well, apparently there's a Mega Man level based off of it now, so like, that's kind of cool, I guess.
I was fucking over the moon when I was like, oh my god, someone made a fucking Action Park level in a Mega Man contest. Like, yeah, this absolutely deserved to get top 10. Like just based on the premise alone. Honestly, if I was fucking judging for Mag Mammal 3, that level probably would have just gotten a perfect score from me.
You would. I was like, hi, I'm extremely biased. You have made a level unbeknownst to you that is extremely influential to me. Perfect, no notes.
I mean, it plays extremely well too, which also helps. But like,
Yeah.
I would probably have given it like a absolutely perfect score in creativity just based on you made a fucking action park level and it's really good. What the fuck?
I'll have to show you the level later, Big Serpent. It'll be cool. I mean, I don't know, maybe you'll enjoy it. I don't think you're particularly a Mega Man enjoyer as far as I know, but you know, I can show you it and it'll be a grand old time. Let's see. You said you haven't been to Disney in years. You heard there really isn't an off season anymore. Ew, gross. Yeah, it must be constantly packed. I mean, God, I went there for, it was like my mom's like 40th birthday, and we had went as kind of like a family, as, you know, a nice little treat kind of thing. A nice little birthday surprise. And like, my mom's not like a Disney adult in particular, but like, not a crazed fan, but like, you know, she loves what she grew up with, and like, she grew up with Disney, and it's like, oh wow, this is super cool to like go and experience kind of all this. She's always wanted to go. But for me, it's like, I have like no opinion on it. Well, my only opinion, let me rephrase that. I don't have like strong, high opinions about Disney. It's just like, oh, these were some cool movies I watched growing up, I guess. You mean I get to go to a place that has like objectively worse amusement options than like Six Flags? Yeah, I'm kind of not into this. Oh, and then what about the science place? Let's go to Epcot, Crash. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds cool. And then I'm like going around Epcot. I'm like, this is also just worse Six Flags and like mediocre science. I'm sorry, I'm not impressed. I'm sorry. I was very much. I was always that kid where it's just like, wow, you're not easily impressed, are you? Until you like hand me like a video game. I'm like, whoa, this is cool.
Yeah. For me, it was like we ended up like the closest I've ever technically gotten to going to like Disney would have been Disneyland in California, because we did like a San Diego trip like way back when.
Mm-hmm.
But we ended up doing like SeaWorld and Legoland, which was pretty fun.
Legoland's nice.
Using fun back on that. I'm trying to think of like a lot of the other like amusement park shit I did back then, but I honestly didn't do, I would say, that much. I think I've only ever been to a Six Flags once. I guess I've been to like I guess there was, what is it called? Splish Splash? It's like a big like water park that has like all the crazy fucking water slides on it. I've been there. There's like one other place, I forget the name of it. Oh, actually one of the other places I'm remembering wasn't actually like a full-on amusement park in the traditional sense, but it was a hotel in Las Vegas called Buffalo Bills, and the reason I remember is because I rode the fucking roller coaster they had there called the Desperado. It was like, at the time, it was like one of the biggest. I believe like at the time that I rode it, it like predated King Ka. Like there was no King Ka at the time like I first rode it. So I think at that point it was like the second biggest roller coaster like in the world. And I think the only one bigger than it was like the Pepsi Max coaster.
Fuck, of course the Pepsi coaster is the largest, would have been the largest one.
Yeah, at the time. I believe King Ka is bigger now. I'm not like super well versed. I don't know if Pig Serpent can like give me the accurate information on like what is technically the biggest or not. But yeah, I do have like the core memories of riding that fucking huge ass thing. Also, I've made my plenty of rounds around Coney Island as well. That's riding.
Oh yeah, Coney Island's
Cyclone, a wooden coaster.
I've definitely, when I was a kid, I loved going on the Cyclone a handful of times, because like my dad was a big New York buff, so like we would fly out there, you know, on somewhat frequent basis, and yeah, I did in fact enjoy me some Coney Island attractions. Cyclone was really good, and like I love the fact that it's kind of like, I don't know, there's something like about it where it's like there's the momentum on the Cyclone just feels different like than a lot of other amusement parks. A lot of other amusement parks, like the momentum for some, I don't know how to describe it other than like it feels very like locked in or linear when you're on like any other like given roller coaster, but there's something about the Cyclone, it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like it feels free, a little bit airy, like there's a little bit more like left, right, up, down kind of momentum shifts that you can kind of have in your head.
Nice and vintage. The vintage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. King Ka was the tallest. It was torn down this January. Oh wow. I wonder what's the tallest now then. Is Pepsi Max back on top? Who knows?
Here I'm activating something, but I don't know what.
Desperado was the tallest one was made. Might still be top 10. Hasn't operated since before COVID, and the hotel is struggling, so I think it's dead too. Oh, that'd be kind of unfortunate, but yeah, I can kind of understand that. You know, with COVID being a thing, that people are less likely to go to a lot of those smaller by comparison type places.
Yeah.
Which feels weird because you'd think you'd want to, you know, go to visit them more so because, you know, Disney's gonna be fucking crowded to shit.
Oh yeah, Disney though. No desire for more Disney World in my life, thank you. It's quite boring. Top Thrill 2 will be if it opens again, then I think it's either Red Force in Spain or Fury 325 at Carowinds. Okay.
Yeah,
Grim, does that mean any information? Does that information mean anything to you?
I just went on the Wikipedia page for tallest roller coasters, and yeah, I know what they're talking about.
Sweet.
Currently Red Force is considered the tallest. And then, yeah, it would be Top Thrill 2. Although, apparently, there's also a Saudi Arabian one called Falcon's Flight that might be even bigger. 639.8 feet tall.
That's pretty tall.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking big. With a 519-foot drop, Jesus Christ. Your soul's gonna leave your fucking asshole. My lord.
I didn't need my soul anyways.
I'm trying to remember if there's any other like crazy big ones I also remember going on, but I don't remember. Yeah, it doesn't even look like Desperado breaks the top 10 anymore. That's crazy.
My favorite roller coaster I've ever been on is probably just like it's a very easy choice, but like Six Flags, the Viper. It's got that kind of vintage feel while also just it's not over the top with gimmicks, but it also still kind of feels safe, ironically enough. Like going to Six Flags and going on the American Eagle ride, oh my god, that thing feels like it's about to fall apart at any goddamn moment. I'm not safe on that thing.
I'm trying to think of like my favorite. I think there was also like another like Vegas hotel one that was like solely like an indoor roller coaster, and I think it was supposed to be like a Western style like railway type thing that had like its own thing going on. I think that might be my favorite, but I don't remember what it was called or where it was. Yeah, unfortunately, my autism does not go to roller coasters I've ridden aside from the Desperado because that one I ain't ever forgetting.
Falcon's Flight isn't real to you, huh? I do remember the first time I rode the Superman ride, that one made me cry. I was not ready as a child to be like fully suspended above ground.
You are 100% right. That is what I'm thinking of. That is 100% what I'm thinking of. Thank you. You just like re-unlocked the memory. Yeah, it was the Adventure Dome and Circus.
I finally found some buttons, so I'm doing something in the level again. What did that do?
Yeah, the one thing I always remember about open season in this game is that it just has like the spooky music.
Oh, that's what this level was called. I thought for a second we were going to start talking about like the fucking like
no, God, no.
2009
no.
shit movie.
I prefer to forget those existed, please.
I will forever be scarred in my brain with the idea that this guy was taking a shit in a skunk's house and was like, girls, I'm laying a log. And then
I need not be reminded
sprayed.
of Martin Lawrence Bear and Ashton Kutcher deer.
I remember in hindsight, I fucking hated that character.
Human, I remember you are open seasons.
I remember your open seasons. Alright, I need to go press that button.
I guess the question to ask is, how are you enjoying it so far, TNT?
This is the first level where I've had to kind of pause and be like, where the hell am I? But I mean, so far the combat has been good, and Yeah, it's maybe annoying that there's usually a chain gunner around every corner that I have to look out for. But, you know, if that's how you have to add challenge, I think it's not too unreasonable considering that chain gunners do tend to die pretty quickly. So having a couple of extra ones to look around and deal with, it's not too bad.
Yeah, there is definitely going to be a lot of where the fuck am I supposed to go type shit with TNT map design.
I'm getting a little bit of a taste of it right now, but I'm slowly piecing it all together.
Yeah, I think it would certainly be a lot worse if you were trying to get max secrets in every level too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Okay, well hold on.
If there's also one other thing that TNT is very well known for, it's you could just randomly walk through this wall, and there's a secret behind it. Yeah, like fake walls is very much like a TNT thing. So. You know, that might be hit or miss depending on.
Keep an eye out for it.
How you feel about that?
Big Serpent, have you ever played TNT?
Oh yeah, because Big Serpent has also played their fair share of Doom stuff too, right?
Correct, she has. Oh Christ, okay. That's a way to end the level.
Archvile! Archvile!
Love the Archvile! It's like a mini-boss at the end of every level.
He even spawns his own minions!
Hooray! Hooray! Don't you just love enemies that spawn their own minions? Aren't they the best?
Just like Gru.
Oh god, Gru being the mini-boss of the box audit, office.
The box audit. Yeah, I gotta audit your box real quick. Yep, that's a box. Carry on.
Box auditor is it? Box auditor is a porn occupation name.
Box auditor?
Yeah. Oh shit! There's plot. You fought your way out.
You know what? Honestly, it kind of took me a second to be like, wait, what the fuck do you mean by box in porn? I'm like, oh wait, that. Yeah. Now I understand.
Like I'm the TV and repairman.
Now I wish I didn't understand, but yeah.
You fought your way out of the infested experimental labs. It seems that VAC has once again gulped it down. With their high turnover, it must be hard for a poor old VAC to buy corporate health insurance nowadays. So true. Ahead lies the military complex, now swarming with diseased horrors, hot to get their teeth into you.
Wait, did you say VAC?
Yeah? Oh, I guess it is UAC. Man,
UAC.
It's VAC anti-cheat.
You know what? In all fairness, this text does not do the best job of it, but yeah it's been UAC.
With luck, the complex still has some warlike ordnance laying around. Alright. I love warlike ordnance.
Yeah, it's time for The Prison, which also has some very funky music.
I was about to say, I'm getting like Wario vibes from this music. Just something about the bass kind of makes it feel very like Wario-y.
Wario vibes. I've heard someone describe this as like early Terminator music, and that I'm still trying to like understand what they mean by that.
Maybe if they fucking played Terminator on the Amiga.
Yeah, this is very Wario core, I think, with the way that it sounds.
I don't know, the bass to me is a little bit more like Wario 2, Wario 3, kind of like, it has that farty tune to it. There's no other way I can describe it other than like, it's kind of farty.
Okay, now maybe I gotta make a YTPMV of this track, but it's just Wario screaming.
You only played a couple of fairly recent ones when you were going through Doom, Big Serpent. Gotcha. Okay, so you haven't experienced much of the originals then. Fair. I will need my fair share of the recent other things in due time, and other given wads and such. Oh boy. I don't like the way that wall's moving. There's probably like a chain gunner.
That's right, we're gonna get crashed to play Sunlust.
One of these days. Oh, that's not a chain gunner. That's much worse.
Yeah, that'll absolutely not be on the table for a while. I feel like at this point, Sunlust is only going to happen if you so choose to, that you want it to happen. But I would not force that upon you.
I'll be down to try it. I probably might not complete it. Then again, I don't know. What am I saying? I'm the kind of person
who's honestly impressed if you can complete one level of Sunlust.
Well, fair enough. I don't know. I've been challenged now. Maybe I will be able to do it.
Yeah, except
That's my gamer cards on the line.
The actual Doom consideration of completing Sunlust is doing it on either Hurt Me Plenty or UV without saves. So, and you have to do every level from a pistol start. So that's also kind of the other factor.
Gross. These completely lower. Now can I go and shoot them from the side? Yes, I can.
So watch out, the Hell Knights don't, poke at your toes.
Not my toes. That, oh, that's an interesting solo. The synth keyboard solo.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't even fucking hear the game audio right now, and I know exactly what part you're talking about.
It got real penisy real fast. Oh God, what the fuck am I listening to? This might be one of the worst tracks I've listened to. I kind of like it because it's so bad. It's wrapping around, but it's also like
Wario show you fun. Takes his pants down.
This has caught me off guard.
Wario penis sound like.
Yeah. What? You never heard penis music like Wario penis music. That's what the new WarioWare game is. Gonna be based around. It's all gonna be based around WarioWare games that are about Wario's dick.
Wario would name his dick Wario Mega Party Micro Game.
I wasn't even referring to the latest version. I was gonna say maybe like, a new game that comes out, but I think that actually works better, yeah?
Honestly, though, I feel like most of the WarioWare games have very suggestive titles. Smooth Moves, Twisted.
True. Shake It.
Wario DIY.
We're just kind of missing Bop It. Although, I don't know, WarioWare micro games, I'm not sure that that's what you'd necessarily be trying to call it. Oh, hi, Chain Gunners. Oh, hi, Chain Gunners. Hi, Pinkies. Get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Mega Micro Games, Twisted, Touched, Smooth Moves, Snapped, DIY.
Alright, yeah.
Get it together, move it. I feel like all of these could be taken suggestively.
With a brain-rotted enough mind, anything is possible.
Though even if you were being like, I feel like most of these are stretched. I feel like at the very least, WarioWare Touched is very much like okay, come on.
That one is a little eyebrow-raising.
I mean, it was on the DS, so I can understand the title, but that's also like,
Come on, shoot this guy. There we go. WarioWare, get it twisted? That's perfect. That feels exactly right at home, and still feels like it's in that genre. This is the WarioWare game where there's a micro game and Wario gets his dick caught in a ceiling fan. He does the thing.
WarioWare get it twisted. WarioWare make it twisted.
Make it twisted.
Now we just need WarioWare Rusty Venture. I see you almost fucking face blasted yourself again because the Spectre showed up.
I knew it was there, so I planned around it. Oh, this Revenant's in an annoying position.
Yeah, Revenants do be being annoying.
I don't think I've ever actually played a WarioWare game in my life, despite being kind of a Nintendo kid. I never picked up on it.
Not a single Wario game? You have not played a single WarioWare?
Not a WarioWare. I have played the actual Wario games on Game Boy and Game Boy Advance, but I never played WarioWare. The closest I ever came was playing fucking the WarioWare stage in Brawl.
Have you played Wario World?
I have played Wario World.
Yeah, that game's great. Funnily enough, the only reason I own that game was because my aunt. I asked I asked to get WarioWare for Christmas, and my aunt like misunderstood the prompt and was like, "Here's a Wario game." I'm like, technically this isn't what I asked for, but I've never heard of this, so I'll play through it anyway, and I ended up enjoying it.
I'll give it a shot. Yeah, I might have to disagree with you there on that game being goated. It has absolutely one of the best presentations. I kind of don't love the game. Like, I came off of Wario World 4, which that game is baller on all aspects, and is fantastic. Playing Wario World, just like, it felt very repetitive, and I think, like, I mean, fundamentally, yes, Wario still has, like, the same moveset, like, what should I say? No, in you know, playing WarioWare 4, it's not like Wario's moveset expands all that much, or it's, like, all that much different from, like, just a standard Wario moveset, and, like, in Wario World, like, you still have the same kind of thing, like, you have a fundamental moveset, it's good, it's fun to use, and, like, that's great, but, like, it kind of also has this problem of, like, a lot of the best moves are just ones that, like, end up taking a long time and require some of your input, so it's like you spend, like, the better part of your life just spinning a goddamn joystick for, like, 30% of that game, and then, like, dude, what the fuck were they thinking with some of these Red Ruby trials? Oh my god, some of them, at least as a kid, some of them were, like, the hardest thing in the world.
I think you're over-exaggerating a little bit.
I would have to go back and play it again to really experience things, but, like, as like a, I don't know, a teenager, like, by World 4, they kind of got being like, I'm not fucking 100%ing this game anymore. This is getting to be nonsense. Oh, God, there's a Revenant.
Honestly, that kind of just sounds like a fucking skill issue, because I did not think any of that game was, like, that hard, in all honesty.
Probably.
Even for, like, completion.
Maybe if I played it again as an adult, I would have a different opinion. I could just bust out the GameCube one day. I have
it. It's just a pity that the superior version of Wario World is the Japanese version, because the final boss actually has more than one fucking attack.
Oh. Yeah, that would kind of help things. That final boss is a little lackluster too. Okay, we got the bad luck of the Revenant being spammy with the
I also just remember Wario World for having, like, some of the most, like, absolutely disturbing as fuck boss designs in, like, any game ever.
Absolutely. Like I did allude to, the presentation on Wario World was top notch, and the fact that you have weird, creepy, 180-degree doll head. You had kind of like
the wind spirit,
dinosaur thing in drag as well. The wind spirit was also kind of weird.
Wind spirit. Oh, and obviously you can't forget about good old Red Brief Jays with his fucking actual noticeable bulge.
What the fuck was up with that boss? Yeah, it was very on brand. I do love what they did with the boss design. They went and just said, yeah, fuck it, we'll just get weird with it. Why not?
It wasn't even just some of the designs. Some of the actual, like, sound effects that they use for some of these things are just like, what the fuck? This is supposed to be a kid's game, right? Like, what in the goddamn are some of these sound effects? I remember the antlion in fucking, like, level 2, the antlion boss, and it's like, it made the fucking Mark's death scream before that was even a thing.
Yeah, it did kind of go in a very weird automatic, like, automaton-like tone.
Yeah, weird fucking game, but honestly, I love it all the more for how fucking weird it is. And then there's also, like, yeah, the weird, fucked up, like, balloon clown thing, the fucking green Homer Simpson with the top hat.
Yeah, that fucking guy. God, that was an annoying boss just for how much time it wanted to waste on your ass.
Yeah, you like matching game? You play matching game.
Yeah, I did appreciate that the last matching game did get tough at the very least, but still.
Yeah, I can't speak on how good it is compared to any of the other Wario Land games, because I unfortunately have not played any of the Wario Land games. I am working towards it. I have an emulator, so I will eventually try to play through all of them, but, you know, just speaking as, like, I've only ever played Wario World, I just still enjoy it.
Yeah, it's definitely enjoyable. I probably still think... I'd say it's probably better than... What should I like more? Wario 3 or Wario 2? Because Wario 2 was kind of more of a... I won't say standard, but like you didn't have this weird world map thing to work with. And no, because Wario 3 kind of had like this weird like RPG mechanics of like you need to get all of your skills back, and it's like, oh god, starting up the game again feels like a goddamn chore. So I would say that Wario World's probably better than Wario Land 3, but I don't know, for me at least, maybe not as good as 2, but I could see some people placing it higher than 2. 4, without a question, is better.
Yeah, I guess the other thing about Wario World is just more like one of those like, well, it's indicative of the time period because everyone back then wanted to make a combat platformer.
Yeah. It worked at
like,
times.
Yeah, there's like so many of those during that era of consoles, and like I did own quite a few of them, or knew people that owned plenty of them. I'm not sure what technically started that whole craze. I feel like Jack and Daxter had part to play in that whole thing, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Maybe. I don't know. I did not keep tabs on that whole thing, certainly.
So one of my friends like used to play the absolute shit out of Jak 2 back in the day, so I remember anytime I go over his house and be like doing stuff related to that and like all the stuff with like Dark Jak, and that's like stuff that I just remember from back then. Because you know, because everyone back then except me had a PS2, so like, you know, kind of just like experience everything through mitosis, I suppose.
Right, through proxy. I get what you mean. Anytime I wanted to enjoy, you know, or going to other people's places, like, oh wow, you actually have like a little Resident Evil. Sure, I'll play a little bit of that. Why not? I don't have this console at home.
I have still, to this day, never played a Resident Evil game. And to me, that only feels criminal simply for the fact that I was a GameCube kid growing up. So the fact that I've never owned the original Resi 4 does feel kind of weird.
It was on GameCube?
Resident Evil 4 debuted on GameCube, my guy.
Oh, that's crazy. I paid zero attention to that series, and I still have no interest in going back to it. I played like a Resident Evil game on like a family friend's like PlayStation once, and I was like, oh, okay.
Resident Evil 4, the progenitor, and basically the entire reason why third-person action games even got fucking mainstream notoriety, yeah, started on the GameCube.
Good to know.
So, I believe most people, though, if they ever like first played Resident Evil 4, like their first time playing it, was probably through the Wii version. But yes, it did start on GameCube. So that's why, at least to me, on a personal level, it feels so weird that I've never actually played Resident Evil 4, because I'm like GameCube is like one of my top 5 consoles of all time. I don't know. Do you have a top 5 consoles of all time?
I mean, I would probably still definitely put GameCube up there. I mean, have I actually only ever had 5 consoles in my whole life? I think maybe. Hell, I think I might have actually had fewer than 5 consoles in my whole life, because I only have ever had GameCube and Wii, and then all my other thing. I had my DS as a handheld, and I had Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advance as a handheld as well. So.
Yeah, I'd assume we wouldn't be counting handhelds. We'd just be counting like.
Right, but yeah, I still don't. I don't think that I have a very good way of making that list, considering that I never really experienced them as they came out. I guess just as far as like consoles with the most games that I enjoy, probably like GameCube, obviously, because I played it. Oh, that Switch is over there. And then there's like. I mean, Switch seems cool for a lot of the titles that I respect on there, with like more Pikmin stuff. That's cool. And like Smash as well. I mean, it seemed like PlayStation and Xbox had some cool stuff on it, but I never really got the chance to experience much of it. I was like, wow, this Sly Cooper thing looks fun from afar. That's it.
So you've entered the titular prison, up the level title prison.
Oh, right. I get it, because we're like in a prison of some kind. That was nothing.
So going back to Resident Evil, especially the old ones, when we're going to Silent Hill. Well, I mean, hey, at least you can still go back and appreciate the old Silent Hills, because it's not like they're going to be making any good new ones anymore. Yeah.
Oh, more Kojima. This is very sad.
Well, it's also just because Konami is just a fucking shithole of a company.
Oh, I mean that too. The two statements are related.
Yeah, it's like listen, Capcom, for all of like, you know, our bitching about how like, yeah, there hasn't been a new Mega Man game in almost 10 years type shit. Well, it's like, you know what? Honestly, Mega Man could be in a much worse fucking position. Like, look at fucking any franchise owned by Konami to be like, you know what? Mega Man's doing okay.
Mega Man's fine. He's still standing. He at least gets, like, you know, re-releases and shit every once in a while.
Yeah. Do I wish there was an X9? Yes, but it's like, am I gonna be upset that there isn't any? No, because at least Mega Man is like getting all the collection re-releases, is actually being like acknowledged to some extent.
And
but, like,
honestly, Mega Man had a good long run. It's fine.
Yeah.
Most franchises that are not like extreme like AAA sellers would kill to have Mega Man's legacy of success and multiple different IPs. Or reinterpretations
or even just
of its
to have
IP.
like Mega Man's like early like 2000s success like by itself, like not even counting any of the internet stuff. Like my god. Well, I say success, but like in reality, did they actually ever like sell all that high? There was just a lot of them.
Yeah, but still, having that many of them, I think is still like, you know, an achievement all in its own. That many of them, and they're still considered pretty much all good by the community. Like, you still, like, the community of any game would kill to have that level of success, even if the games themselves were not commercially, like, major successes, like, just simple.
Yeah, at least you're going by, like,
success.
the variety. Yeah, Mega Man really has quite a bit to choose from. Capcom needs to make Darkstalkers 4. God, have I been fucking feeling that for forever. I can think of plenty of people that want that. Ugh.
This is a sentiment among the fighting game community.
I'm not even like particularly like great at playing fighting games. It's just like I feel like just as like someone who appreciates character design, just wants a Darkstalkers 4 because there is so much shit you can do for a let's make a fighting game about monsters. Like for fuck's sake, we are in the fucking like the fucking like VTubing renaissance. How the fuck has there never been like any kind of high demand for like, especially from VTubers, be like, because every fucking VTuber's like modeling himself after like a moth or a snake or like some other weird mythical creature.
True.
Like you could make a fucking VTuber fighting game and it would literally just be Darkstalkers.
Grim, I think you might have a good idea there. Go find some random person with programming talent and pitch your idea.
Yeah, story of my fucking life, man.
Yeah.
Every time I have a good idea, just like, yeah, just find someone who's good at programming. Yeah, I knew someone who's good at programming. You know what they're doing right now? Fucking teaching English in Japan, so that's out of the question right now. Ugh.
This is most unfortunate. You got into fighting games a little over a year ago because of your partner? Oh, I didn't know that that's why you got into them. I kind of just, I mean, I guess, yeah, having known you for many years, Pig Serpent, I guess, yeah, you'd never have played many fighting games in my presence, but I never put two and two together. That might be why you got into them. That's neat, though.
Yeah, that is also unfortunately one of the pitfalls of the reason why, like, as much as I like fighting games, I've not played very many or tried to go out of my way to play a lot, because no one in my friend circles plays fighting games. Just like, it's just, so it ends up being like a fucking moot point. It's just like, it's like, oh boy, I can't wait to play Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Literally no one wants to fucking touch it. It's like the only fighting game, and I put in fucking quotations, you know, fighting game, that people want to play is Smash Brothers. When it comes to my friend group, so it's like, ugh.
I might have to slowly trickle you into my friend group at some point, because there are a good handful of them that I believe, yeah, they have played some Marvel vs. Capcom. They have played like, oh god,
JoJo Heritage for the Future.
Okay, maybe not quite that far.
Oh come on, it's classic. That's where I fucking first learned about JoJo, was that fighting game.
Sorry, but the ones who play fighting games play the somewhat more normal ones. I'm trying to think. What's the other one with fucking
ones. If you're a fucking fighting game
normal.
fan, you absolutely get fucking like.
That wasn't the right word to use, but the ones that are not full of communities that have well, no, they do definitely still have insane brain rot in every fighting community. I guess the JoJo just has the additional layer of JoJo brain rot on top of everything else. I'm trying to think, what's the fucking fighting game that has like that cell shading and it's like this guy named Johnny and he like uses cards or something?
Is that Guilty Gear?
Yeah, Guilty Gear. I'm trying to think of Guilty Gear. There we go. Words. Thank you.
Yeah, which speaking of which, I'm surprised you never tried to even get into the lore of Guilty Gear because it is all fucking metal references. It is all references to heavy metal.
Oh. Oh, that's crazy.
It is literally like, what if a Rocky decided to make a fighting game and exclusively liked heavy metal? That is fucking Guilty Gear.
Yeah, the thing is, I just fucking hate fighting games, and honestly...
You could just be like, I'm just gonna watch someone fucking yap about it for 3 hours.
Yeah, it's
That's
not...
what I do.
It's not typically me. Grim, there's a reason why I didn't get into Undertale. I didn't give a shit if the game wasn't good.
I just like listen to fucking sometimes some franchises like I've never actually played a fucking game in this franchise. It just be like I enjoy it because I enjoy people yapping about it. It's like I just like how passionate, some people are with fucking talking about certain franchises. So it's like, yeah, fuck yeah. You know what? I'm into this.
The only sense I have of that is watching a couple people occasionally talk about Pokemon competitive tiers. But even then, it's only the couple of generations that I've played because I'm like, oh, how's my favorite little guy Crobat doing? He's doing poorly? Damn, that sucks. Is Pikachu doing okay at least? All right, Pikachu stonks are good. I'm happy with that.
And I don't even care if Furret's doing good in the competitive scene. I'm always gonna have fucking love for Furret.
Undercover defective, unsubscribe. Good. We don't need you here. You'll be back. You always come back.
I recognize Guilty Gear Strive and Mark of the Wolves. What is Uni 2 and VSAV? I feel like my brain is just not clicking with what either of those are.
VSAV, not sure what that is. Is there a guy named Michael that comes out and at the beginning of every fight? Hey VSAV, Michael here. All right, crickets. Wasn't a good one.
I was trying to think of a follow-up joke, but I'm
no, it's fine.
Can I even say anything that he'll even get that's related to that?
Probably not. I used to watch Vsauce and then I fell off.
Vsauce, Michael here. What if I locked you in an infinite?
What if I did quarter circle forward the entire game?
Where are your disjoints?
What if I took away your entire super meter and beat you with it?
Average Marvel 3 Deadpool moment? I assume that's what you were referencing, or were you just making a...
Yes, it was actually. That's one thing that I know.
Vamp Savior. Okay, that's what you meant. Okay, that's why I didn't realize what that was. Yeah, Vampire Savior. Yeah, that one's insane. And Under Night In-Birth. Yeah, I'm not used to some of the abbreviations, so that's why I get a little bit lost. But yeah, Vampire Savior is such a fucking nuts game. That's the one that like gives you like you can get up to like 99 bars of super meter in it, right? That one's so fucking like honestly, I just. Oh, I guess servants started hearing the music.
You're feeling the penis music too now? I commented on it earlier. It is not good. TNT opened up with probably the best goddamn Doom MIDI that I've ever heard, and has now turned into this 7 levels in.
Crash, missed opportunity. You needed to put the fucking image of the fucking Shel Silverstein album cover while you're playing this level, so it just fits with the music.
If only I had the real estate for that.
Just put it to the left of the Cacodemon, just like two silly faces right next to each other.
Alright, I can crop out Oh, hold on. Wait, hold on. No, you have a point. Wait a minute. Hold on, my brain is putting new neurons together. Shel Silverstein looks like an Archvile.
No, you know, he looks like a fucking Mancubus. Like, if you put it on the opposite side, he would look like a fucking Mancubus with a fucking underbite.
Pretty thin Mancubus if I've ever seen one.
He's a Mancuvile.
He looks like he's about ready to resurrect the tree from the grave.
He's got the Mancubus underbite, the Archvile build, and he's got the fucking Revenant walk frame.
Yeah. I wish this Revenant would stop playing fucking hide and seek with me.
Oh yeah, my favorite door Revenant. It's great.
Pinky, I'm sick of hearing you make noises down there. Die.
Oh, yeah, you should be proud. God, that is the fucking bane of my existence trying to UV max some of these levels. You hear the fucking like imp or Pinky noises and just be like, where the fuck are you?
Where are they? Bong, bong.
I think the other thing I was going to talk about before I got distracted was also like I think the other reason why I also like fighting games too is just like hearing about like any of the fucking like crazy fucking overpowered characters and like all the crazy ass fucking tools they have, and there's just something so fucking special of just like this character can absolutely demolish you, but in their own like unique way.
Oh, the Archvile's dead. Good. Or not the Revenant. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of cool. It's like, I don't know, for me, a lot of fighting games, just like, I don't see the appeal because it's just like, oh, well, it's kind of like, make a misplay, you're dead, kind of thing. The punish games, I don't like things that have extreme punish games. It's not fun to me.
Yeah, at a high level, yeah, I can kind of understand it. You know, I think, in a really kind of roundabout way, I feel like the fucking, you know, fighting game enjoyers and modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Enjoyers are in fact a closer pipeline than one may think initially.
No, they are exactly the same. It's just down to your couple of first opening moves.
Yeah, you basically have to do everything. You have to do the entire bread and butter combo correct on like the first try. If you don't, you're fucking dead. Or there's some like degenerate like, oh, you're instantly fucking screwed by like one specific move. So it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! You lose to one floodgate, or it's you lose to fucking getting wobbled and like melee or some shit.
Now, which fighting game has you sacrifice the baby dinosaur in it to win?
You know, if they ever made a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fighting game, that would 100% be like a fucking Dino Wrestler Pankratops fucking normal or something.
Well, I think on that note, that's gonna do it for me tonight. So now that we've cleared out the 8th level, it'll be good to start on the next time.
The 7th level, particularly your...
Cleared at the start of the 8th level. That's what I meant to say.
The start of the 8th. Okay, that's what you meant.
We won't have a hot start coming into to this one next week, but yeah, I don't know. I'm enjoying TNT so far. It's decent, all things considered. Like,
well, like I said before, early TNT I think is actually pretty enjoyable. It's once you get to like mid-game, later third TNT that I think you start to kind of understand that's why this game has the reputation it has.
Huh.
So
right.
funnily enough, it's a lot like the way we fucking played Master levels, for example. So
excellent, good. So much good feelings to look forward to. But yeah, so I think that's gonna do it for me tonight. If you're lurking, new to watching the channel, we do have a Discord to join if you'd like to go and come join that, chat with us. It'd be pretty fun. We talk about Mega Man, Doom, and other stuff in there, other memes.
Well, on the plus side too is that this stream actually had like a decent viewership on like Master levels, because who the fuck wants to watch Master levels?
Yeah, that's a good question. If you're more interested in more Crash content for the week, this week I will actually be watching and reacting to Nile Red's most recent chemistry video of turning Elmer's glue into drinkable ethanol, which, as a chemist, that ought to be a good time. I like to scrutinize his process. He has good ideas, but he also has some harebrained ass ones. I'm just like, why would you do it this way? So even if you don't like chemistry, I think it'll be a good time if you want to show up for that on Thursday. But with that, I think that's all I have for tonight. We'll be back to Mega Man and more Doom next week. You have any closing thoughts, Grim?
Autistic Jesus can turn glue into wine.
You might need to say that a little louder.
I said autistic Jesus can turn glue into wine.
Mmm. I love that. Glue wine, my favorite. Right next to toilet wine. Alright. Have a good night, everybody.
Skibidi toilet wine.
No, you've ruined it. You've tainted the toilet wine.
I ruined the ending. Get fucked.
Bye, everyone.